All right, YouTube. So it's been a minute since we last looked at the focus and what I was doing. So here we go. Here's the big moment. The things that I have been working on behind the scenes. We'll see here in a few moments if I have stepped up to the plate this time and learned a thing or two about not overspraying or rushing the efforts to make this thing turn out at least somewhat decent. I'm not looking for stellar, super stellar, whatnot. I'm looking for, a decent turnout for my work ethics or efforts. And I appreciate for myself the opportunity to do this for the now. This is the fourth time to try to get better. So this is what we're going to do. So everything that I wanted to mask off is masked off. And I am in the process now trying to get ready to get the epoxy primer down. I'm checking over everything to make sure I didn't miss anything. Sometimes you think you got something and you miss something. So I'm doing that right now, and I'm getting my game prep ready to spray. What I'll be going with today will be the Shopline JP375. This will be the epoxy primer and the catalyst that goes with it. This is a 2-to-1 mix that you need to wait 15 minutes of an induction period before you put it on the car. So let me go ahead and get this started, wait that period, and get to spraying. Stay focused. All right, YouTube. So it looks like I have gotten a little bit better since the last time I sprayed. There are still a few little issues, and it could be due to a couple of factors like dry time. There's some wrinkling going on right there. Uh, Good news is I don't see a lot of it that would make me want to sand this whole thing down again. But there aren't any over here. Look how good that looks. That looks professionally done. There, I'm really proud of myself. Pat myself on the back. And back here at the trunk, everything looks good. The hood looks good for the most part. This isn't clear coated, by the way, because I want to make sure that I see some of these imperfections and try to correct them before I clear it, because then I'm effed, right? Uh, One good news is I don't see any runs. Here's that second little wrinkling right there. And then I have a little bit right here on the hood, on the roof, excuse me, which I don't really like. But everything else looks really good. The hood looks delicious. I could eat this hood up. Oh, beautiful. I can't wait to clear coat this. It's gonna look great. So the months that I've waited for the weather to get better, for all this cold weather to go away, February has been really interesting for Texas. It started out cold. We thought January was going to lead to February bad weather. February turned out to be pretty warm and pretty concerning for February, if you ask me. And next week is supposed to be 94 degrees. Actually, tomorrow is supposed to be 94 degrees. And guess what that means? Well, it's going to be too hot to paint. So I'm going to have to play this out and work the best way that I can to get this daggum thing painted. Because I still have the two doors to go over here. And the fenders over there. And then the bumper that's in the attic. And the front bumper that's right here. So there's still a little bit to work to go, but the major body, the major work of it is now done, and I can move this thing in and out of the garage. I'll need to find the door trim pieces here so that I can get those color matched and everything. Everything about this car is going to be color matched. The interior, the headliner is over there. I haven't gone to Joann's to get the headliner yet. I'm working on it. It just takes time to do those things. But yeah, everything so far I'm content with. Kind of checking everything just to see, is that those look okay. I'm kind of content with everything that I'm seeing. I'll have to get it out in the sunlight to see what's up. Maybe I'll do a little bit of resand work here and do a light spray, like some 800 grit, and then relight spray it once I do the doors. These will be the last part with the fenders. Maybe I can do some touch-ups to, correct any of those troubled areas. If not, I'm just going to shoot that clear and just send it, get this thing back out on the road because it's going to look delicious when it's done, all done up, and these 52 wheels, man. And then the dual exhaust is going on down here. I'll have to find someone to come in and weld me in the plate, the big old gaping hole I have in the trunk, so that can be fixed and get my Mazda Speed 3 dual exhaust on this bad boy, and we are good to go. Yeah, and then we're on to the next things with the engine, and then I got to take the transmission out to put the speed sensor that I didn't put on, the speed sensor ring back on the differential so I can tell the speed in the car. And then this thing will be aced. We'll be ready. We're ready for many, many years of driving until I need to put another engine in, which will just do that. So hopefully this little short episode gave you a little bit of, encouragement to get out and, start doing your own stuff. You can start small, start big, start however you want to start, but just start. Get out there and do something. Even if you're afraid, even if you're going to mess up. I've messed this thing up 4 or 5 times, and there's still problems that I have with this build. If you only have a garage, count your blessings, because people don't have garages so that you can work in. But if you do have a garage or a paint booth, even better. Your job's going to come out that much more better. But it all starts with just your sand work and the way you throw that paint, And in this case, I try to throw it as light as possible, went over it light as possible to build up those coats. Maybe didn't let it sit. I let it sit 15 minutes between coats. So there's a little bit right here. I let it sit 15 minutes between coats. So I don't know what's going on with that. Ooh, snaps. Got to get this mess cleaned up. But overall, I'm going to not obsess over every little detail about this, because the main thing I want to do is actually drive the car. That's what I've been waiting to do for so long, is drive this thing. And I know you all want to see it back on the road. So let's finish up this project. Don't get any runs on any of this stuff. Finish this up, get it all nice and pretty. Get that headliner stuff done, get the interior fixed, and get this thing back in commission. This is Focused Hands, signing off. Peace.